Hey guys, what's up? Every year Samsung releases their latest and greatest flagship phones. This year is no brainer. So this time Samsung has 3 phones for us. There's the Galaxy S10, Galaxy S10 Plus and the Galaxy S10e. These are familiar by Galaxy lineup, but each of them is different in its own. This right here is the Galaxy S10 Plus, the bigger brother of the 3 phones. I got a chance to hang out with this guy for some time, and here are my impressions. So the design is a thing which catches your eye right off the bat, and with all the shiny glossy glass and metal back, it looks good in this prism white color and feels premium in the hand. And the crispy looking display with the hole punch cutout, it's up to the standards of 2019. Let's talk about the main incremental upgrades and some other features which we got to see this year. That is the display, the fingerprint sensor and the cameras. So the new displays are still AMOLED displays, but they are now calling it next gen infinity displays. There is a 6.4 inch display in the Galaxy S10 Plus and 6.1 inch display in the Galaxy S10. It's better than its predecessor S9 because now you get 90 plus screen to body ratio. The fact that Samsung makes the best displays in any smartphone. In fact, it's even better now with 19:9 aspect ratio and its super high resolution. It's HDR10 plus certified, which means all the viewing angles are great, and it's super bright at outdoors. The display blends up to the edges like we have seen in the other Galaxy phones in the past. And of course there is a laser camera cutout hole in the top right hand corner. It is a laser cut in the OLED panel just for the camera, which honestly to me looks good and not ugly at all. It's better than a notch, I guess. With all that, the display may be my favorite part of the whole phone. Moving on to the fingerprint scanner, Galaxy S10 has officially now an in-display ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. We have seen many phones having in-display fingerprint scanner, but those were optical ones, which shines a light to take a 2D snapshot of your finger to unlock the phone. But Galaxy S10 uses ultrasonic one, which means it uses 3D mapping technology to match the depth of your fridges of your finger using sound waves. Honestly, I didn't got a chance to test the fingerprint scanner because the phone was on demo mode, but I can definitely tell you that it is quite faster and secure than the optical one. Then the third main improvement is in the cameras. Galaxy S10 and S10 Plus has now triple cameras on the back. There is a main camera, a telephoto lens and a super ultra wide. Only the ultra wide is the newest, the other two are the same as last year's S9. So Samsung has had one of the best cameras in the smartphone market. It continues to get even better now, but we have to test how it performs in daylight and low light conditions. Anyway, the main camera is a 12 megapixel sensor with dual aperture f1.5 or 2.4 with OIS. Then the telephoto is 12 megapixel f2.4 has OIS. Then the ultra wide is 16 megapixel f2.2 which wide opens at 123 degrees. The photos from this camera are quite sharp, bright, with nice contrast, but not that much. It still has a tendency to overexpose the shots. And then in the camera app, you can switch between the 3 cameras. Not only that, when you zoom in, it will automatically switch between all the cameras depending on how far you have zoomed in. I think ultra wide camera is quite impressive out of the all. People who takes a lot of architectural photos or street photos, this one is for you. Some other camera modes are still there, like the live focus mode which we saw in S9. Then there is a pro mode or manual mode, and lastly super slow-mo video, which you will never use, but hey, it's there if you need it. Let's talk about the front facing camera. Galaxy S10 Plus has a dual camera cutout, so there is a 12 megapixel camera with additional 8 megapixel depth sensor. The selfies from this camera are good, but not as great as the Google Pixel 2 or 3. And when I first saw the dual camera cutout, I thought the second camera is for the wide angle lens, but it's not. I wish it had that. And then there is a fancy animation when you switch back and forth between the front and the back cameras. I think that's the way they are showing off their hole punch display. So that's it with the main incremental upgrades. They have also some other features and stuff thrown in there. Like in the battery department, Galaxy S10 has a 3400 mAh battery and Galaxy S10 Plus has a 4100 mAh battery. And it's powered by Exynos 9820 octa-core processor. I don't know why Samsung does not release its Snapdragon processors with their phones in India. So Galaxy S10 starts at 66,900 rupees for 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage. Then there's also 8 gigs plus 512 gigs version available. Then the Galaxy S10 Plus starts at 73,900 rupees for the same 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage. It can be spec'd all the way up to 1TB model with 12 gigs of RAM.
Hey, what?
All the colors differ by the configuration you are getting. There are still some standard features like IP68 water resistant rating, fast charging and now fast wireless charging. It has Wi-Fi 6, still has kept the headphone jack. There is still a Bixby button which you can remap it in the settings for opening any app except for the Google Assistant. There is also a cool new feature called wireless power share, in which you can wirelessly charge another phone if it is compatible by placing the phones on each other's back. And it's running with Samsung newest One UI on top of Android 9, which I am not a big fan of. I still like stock Android more than anything. Overall, it's looking like a pretty promising package. It's been 10 years since the release of the first Galaxy S. They have came a long way. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this hands-on impressions video. Let me know what do you guys think of this new Galaxy lineup in the comments. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed and hit the subscribe button for more. And I will see you guys in the next one.